Well, guys, it is New Hampshire primary day, and I'm going to give you my predictions. We're going to start off with number 1 and work our way down to number 5 because actually I think number 5 is going to be more of the surprise. So I don't think it's much of a surprise that today Sanders is going to walk away with the win, and this time it's going to be a clear win, not like the debacle that happened in Iowa. It's going to be clear. He is going to win, and that is going to be it for today. Bernie Sanders walks away with New Hampshire. Buttigieg, I believe, is going to be coming in second here. He definitely got a boost after Iowa. After declaring himself winner of Iowa, he got the boost. People are now looking at him, and I think Buttigieg is going to come in second in New Hampshire. The reason I think he's coming in second is because Biden is fully collapsing. Biden's even left the state. He knows he's collapsing. He knows he's going to come in low in New Hampshire like he did in Iowa. And those voters are now looking at Buttigieg. His voters are actually being split, I believe, between Buttigieg and Klobuchar, people that are looking for more of a moderate, somebody that claims that they can work with both sides to get things done. I think those voters that were once thinking of Biden, now they see he's not really in the running. And I think that they're going to go ahead and most of them have gone for Buttigieg and some of them have gone for Klobuchar, which is why I think Elizabeth Warren still holds that number 3 spot. The thing is I know a lot of people are putting Klobuchar above Warren, and I understand that Klobuchar is getting a big boost. I know that she did really well in the debates, that she's getting a boost in fundraising. People are really taking a second look at her. But here's the thing. I don't think Warren voters are those people. I don't think the Warren people are the ones looking at Klobuchar saying, you know what, actually, I should look at Klobuchar instead of Warren. If you like Warren and you like her anti-corporation, anti-money, regulate the banks message, I don't think you're then moving yourself over to Klobuchar, who's got a very moderate, centrist, I can work with both sides. Yeah, we're going to have to compromise on a lot of things. I don't think those voters are suddenly looking at Klobuchar. So I think Warren, who is from a neighboring state, I think she gets a lot of the people that really like the Bernie Sanders message, but they would really like to see a woman in the White House. I think Warren still holds that 3rd spot. I think it's maybe slight, but I do think she still holds it. Klobuchar, I do put in 4th place. So she's going to bump Biden out. Biden, he got 4th in Iowa. Now Klobuchar is going to get 4th in Iowa because, again, Biden is collapsing and his voters are going places. They're going to Buttigieg and they're going to Klobuchar. So I think she's going to see a boost. I don't think it's going to be as big of a boost as some people are predicting. They're having her jump from 5th to 3rd. I think she goes from 5th to 4th. 5th place. Now this is where things get really tricky. Again, Biden is collapsing. So there's a possibility he still gets that 5th place spot. But one thing people are overlooking that is not being talked about at all in the mainstream media is Tulsi Gabbard has a really big ground game going on in New Hampshire. People are reporting that Tulsi signs are everywhere across the state, that there are billboards across the state, that there are Tulsi signs across the state. So I think Tulsi Gabbard could actually pull in there and get that 5th place spot even above Joe Biden, which I know would be a huge blow to Joe Biden, a huge blow to the establishment in so many different ways. But I do think Tulsi Gabbard has a real shot at that 5th place spot from everything that we've seen online. And that's the thing is when Trump was winning across America and people couldn't believe it, the one thing that people were talking about online were all the yard signs for Trump, that they were seeing yard signs everywhere for Donald Trump. And that same sentiment is being said about Tulsi Gabbard coming out of New Hampshire. So I think she's got a shot at 5th. I think Joe Biden has a shot at 5th. Those two might end up in a tie. And Andrew Yang might also end up in sort of a dead heat between Biden and Gabbard because Andrew Yang had a very strong showing at the CNN town hall, the very same CNN town hall that they didn't allow Tulsi Gabbard to participate in. They instead invited Deval Patrick, who's not going to even register. Deval Patrick is also from a neighboring state of Massachusetts, so he might get a little bit of very few voters coming out of there, but I think he's going to come in pretty much dead last around Tom Steyer. Bloomberg, of course, people have to write him in. He's not even on the ballot. But Andrew Yang had a really strong showing at the CNN town hall. So I think there's a possibility that Andrew Yang actually gets in there and also competes for that 5th place spot. So 5th place to me is the one to look for. Of course, Warren and Klobuchar are going to be going. I think that they're going to be close, but I still think Warren is going to pull out that third place spot. Klobuchar fourth, fifth is the one to watch. But Bernie Sanders is going to win this one. It's going to be clear. It's not going to be like the Iowa debacle. At least you can hope, because you sit here and you wonder, right? I think we all sit here and wonder, are they going to somehow rig it or botch this in some way to where they rob Bernie of that ability to declare victory? And if they can continue to do that, this whole Stop Bernie movement, if they can continue to rob him of those moments, then they can stifle his campaign going into South Carolina and going into Nevada. And I think that the establishment, we well know, I mean, they've admitted it. They've openly admitted it. In the news articles, we see them saying, we've got to stop Bernie no matter what. What are they going to do this time to stop him? We can only hope that it's actually going to be legit this time, that they're going to count the votes, it's going to be normal, and Bernie Sanders will come out the win. But you know what? You never know. You never know in this environment. So those are my predictions for what is going to be happening later on tonight. Hopefully we will find out tonight, and hopefully we won't find out in a week who actually is the real winner of New Hampshire. Thank you for watching.